The US dollar saw a sell-off this week. Investors changed their stance on the US currency after the Fed announced its decision on the interest rates. The US Central Bank kept interest rates unchanged. And Fed's head, Jerome Powell, even hinted that the tightening cycle was over. Now, investors are sure that another rate hike is unlikely to happen this year. Therefore, they shifted their attention to other assets and finally returned to a more detailed study of macroeconomic statistics to determine further trading strategy. In our video review, we will talk about other events that may shape investor sentiment in the first half of the next week. Notably, the US dollar has been losing positions against most currencies during the week, including the Canadian dollar. On a Monday, the greenback may recoup some of its losses. Investors are getting ready for the report on business activity in Canada. The previous reading remained in the expansion area, which indicates the continued prospects for economic strengthening. October's data is expected to show more sluggish activity, which may make investors skeptical about the Canadian currency. After all, the Bank of Canada made it clear at its last meeting that it was not satisfied with the current state of the economy and did not intend to tighten its monetary policy. On Tuesday, the currency market will be active from the very opening of the Asia-Pacific session. Investors will assess the data on China's trade balance, and this report shows the state of the global consumer spending. For a long time, there was a decline in consumption and low foreign demand, which caused the export volumes of consumer goods to fall. With the new data from China, analysts expect the downward momentum to continue, with the imports and exports to decline at a slightly slower pace. Nonetheless, the decline in exports is expected to slow enough to push the balance to a 6-month high. And this will be a clear signal that manufacturing activity should pick up, supporting the currency of the commodity supplier to the Chinese industry. Therefore, we expect the Australian dollar to soar. In addition, the Australian dollar may grow thanks to the actions of the Reserve Bank of Australia. On Tuesday, the next meeting of the central bank will be held. It's assumed that during this meeting, the interest rate will be raised by 25 basis points. At this point, we would like to confess a mistake. We did not mention the appointment of a new head of the Reserve Bank of Australia. Well, we stand corrected. On September 18, Michele Bullock was appointed the new governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia. And no, she is not a Hollywood actress. Please do not mix them up. Following the European Central Bank, a woman was appointed to run monetary policy in Australia. Bullock became the first woman to head Australia's central bank. Michele has a degree in economics and got a master's degree from the London School of Economics, after which she began her career. Before she was appointed governor, Michele served as a deputy governor for 15 years, and all her colleagues praised her professionalism and ability to work under pressure. Michele is said to have handled all the challenges the economy faced during the pandemic. It's a pleasure to welcome you, Ms. Bullock, to such a high position. In general, markets are waiting for the pledged action in the fight against inflation, and notably interest rates were left unchanged at the last meeting. Meanwhile, there is no major news scheduled for Wednesday. This means that investors will focus on the details, such as the retail sales data from the European Union countries. And notably, investors were surprised by the news of a slowing inflation. Analysts expect retail sales to be better than forecast. At the same time, the forecasts are not very encouraging, and we expect the pressure on the euro to increase as the decline continues. Against the European currency, the US dollar may be given carte blanche. We will monitor the market reaction to the above-mentioned reports. Subscribe to our channel and follow changes in market sentiment with us. Any comments, questions and offers are welcomed. We wish you profitable trading and see you soon.